it's another great season. Like, season 2 is just as good as season 1, and I loved it. Hello, welcome to Just My Thoughts. I'm your host, Khaleel Ward. On this episode, I'll be talking about X-Men, the animated series, season 2. It's another 13 episodes, and just like they gave us a banger in the first season, they come out on fire in this season too. We get the return of Morph. In the first season, he gets killed off in the first episode. We think he's dead, and imagine growing up just like, oh man, Morph is dead. Again, I didn't realize episode structure or seasons growing up, so it's like, Morph is dead. And then you see him again, you're like, what? Morph is back? So Mister Sinister saves him, turns him against the X-Men, and unleashes him. So Morph is just causing chaos, sending different X-Men on dangerous missions. Or he did one joke where he acted like he was Rogue and he started flirting with Gambit, and Gambit went and kissed Rogue and of course got his powers taken away. So Morph is just doing a lot of stuff, and he got that sneaky laugh, and he also sets up Professor X to meet up with Magneto, which we see later on. But it starts off on fire. The Nasty Boys come, and they are working for Mister Sinister. They kidnap Cyclops and Jean. They are not the best group, but they're pretty funny, and I enjoy when they take on the X-Men because it's just a lot of fun. We also get a lot of characters doing their own little side missions in this particular season. In the first season, it felt like they were a little bit more together. We got a large portion of the X-Men in a lot of the different missions and stuff. But in season 2, they have a few of those, but it felt like they was like, we're going to start spreading them out, doing their own thing. So we get Shadow King versus Storm and her son, which was pretty dope. You have Omega Red coming out. Colossus returns, but he needs the help of Wolverine, Storm, and Jubilee to take on Omega Red, which is just something different. We have Alpha Flight and Vindicator trying to capture Wolverine, and Wolverine just talking so much trash to Vindicator the whole time. Gambit goes back home to get married. Rogue was not having it, so she comes and tries to rescue him. Cable and Bishop return. We get a Rogue backstory, and then it felt like they had like a holiday special type thing with Mojo, when he kidnaps the X-Men and puts them on like his TV show for his entertainment and everything. And we also get the whole Xavier Magneto thing in the Savage Land, and we spend some time in the Savage Land and learn they can't use their abilities and everything. We meet the characters of the Savage Land, and it's just again another fun season of television, another 13 episodes that flies by, and you just get to watch them do their thing in different places. You watch them overcome adversity, not necessarily as a team, but it might be an individual thing, like Storm and her thing with the Shadow King, and just watching Wolverine and Storm work together with Colossus to take on Omega Red. And we'll see a lot of Wolverine and Storm later on in future seasons. But it's again a fun season of television. If you never watched this, go on Disney Plus and watch this series because it is fun. And I know the new series is coming out in 2024, and I don't know if it's going to have the same magic as this particular series has. So I enjoy going back and watching them and just remembering the fun I had growing up watching this show. But season 2 is another banger. A lot of to be continues, a lot of different parts happening in this. My favorite, I like the Omega Red stuff because I wasn't familiar with Omega Red, growing up and stuff. So when I saw him, I was like, he is weird, but I like his ability. And then we got Colossus and Wolverine and Storm teaming up. I was like, oh, this was pretty dope. So Omega Red is probably my favorite episode in this particular season. Let me know what your favorite episode was in season 2 of X-Men, the animated series. I'll be back with season 3, of course. But thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Deuces.